give my condolences to Aaron Jordan. Just got word that his father passed away within the last 30 minutes here. So that's why Jess is running this, and Aaron's been great to our program. For those of you that don't know, he kind of grew up in a little bit different, unique situation. As both his parents were blind and raised him and his twin brother. So, different type of relationship there. And, obviously it's affecting Aaron. So our basketball family here at Alabama is keeping his family in our prayers. So condolences to him. Then to the basketball side of things, obviously we're coming off a tough loss. We really felt like we needed to get that one, didn't get it. Obviously Bassie was great. We still have not shot the ball well. We've got to get some different actions to get the ball moving a little bit better. I think our struggle's been offensively more than defensively here probably lately, to be honest with you, and didn't really expect that coming into the year, kind of with the offensive weapons we've had. So we've got to get the ball moving a little bit better. We got to get guys playing a little bit better on the offensive end. And then we can't make the rebounding deal in every other game type of deal. So East Tennessee State's coming in. They've got some really talented players. New coach, kind of still gelling because they lost so many guys from last year. But their talent level's high. And they're getting better every single game, as is the case with any team that has a lot of new guys. So my guess is we're going to be getting the best effort that they've given all year, and we're going to need to play well. So this is a game where, we're more concerned about ourselves. Is the ball moving? Are we being unselfish? Are we getting great shots on offense? Are we playing hard? Are we winning the effort on the boards? That's the stuff we're going to be looking at. Obviously, we got to, prep and scout for East Tennessee State, and we're doing that. But we're a lot more concerned about where we're at than we are the opponent in this particular game.
Questions? Tony, you can go first.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
How do you get that motivation up, or how do you get the team to respond to? And is it changed by the fact that there's so many, or has it been difficult by the fact that there's so many new faces?
I mean, to me, like, effort, motivation shouldn't really change with faces. That's something, and I think it's a big part of coaching, and whether you're high school, college, whatever level, it's part of your job. So I haven't done a good enough job motivating them to play the right way, if you will. The ball's not moving enough. We're not being unselfish enough. And some of it is guys haven't played with each other a little bit, but some of it is we've got to get the ball to move when it's supposed to move. So I will say I think Javon's been really good in practice the last 2 days. And we typically the day after a game, we won't go live at all. We'll just come in, clean a few things up skeleton-wise, do some shooting, some skill work, and give them the day off. We didn't do that yesterday. We actually went live. Felt like we had work to get done. We didn't go long, but we did go, and we went live. I thought Javon was really good yesterday. I thought he was really good today. I think he's starting to get a better grasp of what we're trying to get out of him offensively. Between him, Herb, we played Primo some at the point. I think we can get the ball moving a little bit better and get some of our shooters some open shots. So, but if you go back and look, though, I think part of the deal at the beginning of the Western Kentucky game, we just missed a bunch of wide open threes. And we had wide open shots to start the game and just missed them. Well, and then as the game went on, guys started passing them up. Well, that's a problem. When you pass up a three to drive the ball into the lane when somebody else already drove it and kicked it to you, now you're driving it into a crowded lane, and now we end up with 7 assists and 19 turnovers. So we can't pass up open shots when we get them. I don't care how many we've missed. Like, that's just a recipe for disaster. Like, we just, we got to get them to the right guys. We got to have the right guys open, but, like, we can't pass up open shots. I felt like we had shooters passing up open shots Saturday.
Mike Rodak.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself there. The overall scoring has been down this year, but it seems like Herb's scoring has come up a little bit. Is that just a product of his jump shot having improved, or there are other areas in his game where he's been able to kind of score more than he did last year?
Yeah, I think he's got the ball in his hands a lot more. Obviously, the jump shot dropping helps. Was he 6 for 11 on the year now? I think maybe.
Sounds right.
Yeah, I think so. He only made one all of last year, so he's getting 3 more points a game from 3. But I think having the ball in his hands a lot more, he's more aggressive going to the rim, and he's still got to get better finishing the ball. I mean, he missed some at the rim shots that he needs to make, frankly, and he knows that. And we got to, so if he's scoring at the rim like he should be and like he will be, I'm pretty confident he's going to start making those. Like his scoring's going to go up even more from there. So I think his game's gotten better. His skill level's gotten better. Not having Kyra here, JQ still trying to figure out the offense. We've played Herb a little bit more at the 1. I do think the overall scoring will go up the more Javon can figure out what we want out of a point guard, because I think he can make us go a little bit better, and I think Herb's better kind of getting the ball on the second side a lot of times. But, yeah, I mean, to start the year, I mean, we've got to figure out a way to put the ball in the hole a little bit better, and Herb's through 2-3 months of practice, Herb's been our best player on offense, so we've been trying to run through him a little bit more, and that's why his scoring's up.
Tony, go ahead.
How's JQ in shape? How is he in a shape perspective? After not playing last year, is that an issue too with his fitness level?
No, I think it's more a comfort level with the offense. When to attack, when to pass, when to shoot, like all of it. It seems like he's a tad hesitant, and and he told us too. It's been a long time since he played, and he's never played this many minutes in this level of basketball, Division I level. He just wasn't playing it that many minutes before. So he's kind of made the statement like, just got to get used to the pace of it, speed of the game, all that. I think once he does, his skill level's definitely there. It's a half a second pause, it lets the defense recover. Like he can't do that. He's got to know when to attack. But again, when you're attacking, when it's not there, that's a turnover. When you're not attacking, when it was there, and now you pause for a second, now it's not there anymore. So it's just, those are things that have to be. You got to get used to. Study. The more film you study, I think we're going to do a lot more film study with him to try to help him with that, and we have. And I think it's helped here these last couple of days in practice.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, just a bigger picture question. With SEC play beginning next week, just how prepared do you think your team is for that part of the schedule? Was it harder with a shorter non-conference schedule to kind of get ramped up and ready?
Yeah, it definitely is harder. I mean, you don't have as many non-conference games, period. You also missed the scrimmage, the exhibition. You missed a lot, but the other teams are in the same boat we are. So we're not going to be as ready, and they're not going to be as ready. So I will say this. I think we've played a lot tougher competition than almost everybody. Obviously, Kentucky's playing a really hard schedule, but I think if there's a few other SEC teams that have played the level of teams we played. Most of them have not. So I think we'll be more ready in that regards. Western Kentucky, we can all call them a mid-major. That was not mid-major talent out there. That Bassey's as good as any big you're going to see. Probably he's better than most of the bigs you're going to see on a nightly basis in the SEC. So haven't played against him. Haven't played against Providence, who's got great bigs. Haven't played against Stanford, who's got lottery picks. Clemson's going to be one of the best. I don't know where they're at defensively now. I think they were up to second in the country at one point defensively. Like they're going to be as good defensively as any team we see in the SEC. So I think the level of teams we played will prepare us. Now we got to start winning some of those. When I just listed those 4 teams we played, we're 1-3. We need to win them. We can't be 1-3 against the first 4 SEC teams we play. So. I think the game Tuesday's big, and then I think, we've got to be ready to go. Ole Miss is a really good team with SEC-level players and a great coach. So we're not looking past East Tennessee State to Ole Miss, but we know that we're starting 1 week from Tuesday. We're starting SEC play, and we got to be ready for it.
Tyler?
Yeah, Coach Oates. I know he's not one of the seniors, but he's a returnee from last year and has a lot of experience. Jaden Shackelford, what have you seen from him this season so far? Or what's he done right, and then what can he improve on so far?
Well, I think, Shackelford scored the ball at a really high level for a freshman. He's in a little bit of a slump. That whole sophomore slump thing is real. I think sometimes, teams aren't prepared for him as freshmen. Now everybody's preparing for him. Maybe he's pressing the issue a little bit. Maybe, that's a real thing, and he's experiencing it a little bit right here. I think he's got to take the open shots and then move the ball when it's not open. Whenever you're going through a shooting slump, as a staff, we've talked to our guys about it. First thing you should do is look at the quality of your shots. Are you getting great shots? Are you taking bad ones? I think sometimes he might be pressing a little bit, taking a few that maybe he should have driven or passed. He's not a selfish kid. I think he's just so wired to score that's a little bit. So I think that's number one. And then number two is he just got to shoot the ball with some confidence every time he's open and make some shots. So I will say this. I think he's a better player now than he was last year. Much better. I think he's a much better defender. I think he's a better playmaker. I think he can play in pick and roll more. I think he can drive the ball better than he did. There's a lot of things that he does way better than he did as a freshman. He's just not making shots right now. And once he starts making shots, I think everybody will see that he's a much improved player from last year.
Any other questions? All right, thanks, guys.